I've seen the aftermath of heavy bombing in both England and northern France, but the aerial view of Caen was terrifying. The strike almost did not affect its northern outskirts, where the German defensive positions were, but it turned the medieval city center into piles of debris and ruins. The number of victims among civilians, I didn't even want to think about that. As I learned after the war, a similar mistake was made by the Americans, whose bombers missed the German defensive line in the Omaha beach before the start of the D-Day landings. And the consequences turned out to be similar. The enemy kept their strength and put up fierce resistance, and the building's debris in the city center greatly interfered with the advance of infantry and armored vehicles. An additional raid by more than 100 B-26 Marauders of the U.S. 9th Air Force, around 7, also failed to turn the tide. Only by the end of July 9th, our troops managed to occupy the northern part of Caen, reaching the line of the Ulm and Odon rivers, where the Germans withdrew their tank divisions positions to the south. Most of the offensive support work fell to number 175 Squadron, while we flew only 3 sorties, including the morning one. On the same day, numbers 198 and 609 Typhoon squadrons from number 123 Wing were relocated to our airfield. It became even more crowded in the flight lines, but with the gradual front line withdrawal to the south, we could now hope that the artillery shelling would end. At dawn on July 10th, battles resumed again on the west of Caen. Already familiar to us from the debacle at Versailles, the 43rd Wessex Infantry Division, with the support of 2 armored and 1 infantry brigades, went on the offensive toward Malteau and the ill-fated Hill 112. Judging by the incoming reports, heavy fighting began on its slopes, while on the left flank our troops managed to quickly occupy Etterville and began advancing to Malteau. At 9 in the morning, the wing headquarters received a request to suppress the German artillery batteries firing heavily from the Meuse-sur-Aisne area. Our squadron, which Wing Commander Charles Green himself decided to lead, was to destroy the anti-aircraft batteries in the target area, after which the Typhoons from 174 Squadron were to deliver the main strike. Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another episode of IL-2 Sturmovik, the Battle of Normandy. We are playing Wings over Caen campaign. We are in the Typhoon in the number 175 Squadron. Or, excuse me, 174 Squadron. And we are on our way today from Camille once again. We're going to be flying up to the La Riviere, down south to Nori, and then over to Meuse-sur-Aisne. And we're going to attack a artillery position there. We finally have pushed through the majority of Caen, and now we are trying to clear our way to break through to the south, and we are going to clear that artillery position. Luckily for us, the shelling has stopped in Caen, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But now we have to finish moving ourselves into position. Alright, so someone recommended that I take a look at Dunks Gaming. He does have a great channel, so if you haven't watched him before, you should check him out. Very good content creator, like what he does there. And he apparently adjusts his gun sight here. Whoops. I'm going to pass the waypoint here. Let's, I got autopilot on, and I don't really like him to be making my moves like this. I usually just put it on when I'm doing my little intro there. Alright. Going to 135. I guess he's doing an okay job. Okay. So I'm going to turn off autopilot and just put it on auto level here. Okay. So now I am going to, let's make sure we're not throttled up too much here. We got some weird stuff with it. There we go. With our throttles. Okay. So I am going to adjust my gun sight to, I think he did around 2 degrees for the rockets. Maybe 2.5. I can't remember exactly, but I'm gonna go I'll go 2.5.
Bellingham, this is Tally-Ho leader, requesting landing clearance.
And we'll see what that does for our rockets. You can see the gun sight is lower now.
Tally-Ho leader, copy.
And then I'll readjust it when we do our gun runs. Alright, so we are on our way
Charlie,
to...
patrol for ground targets on your own. Out.
There's the first flight of Typhoons. They're going on their ground strike. And we will soon be doing the same.
Angel, patrol for ground targets on your own. Out.
Okay. Well, guess that's time for us to take a look and see what we can see. There's Caen over to our left. Alright, I see some birds in the sky up ahead as well. Hopefully that is not enemies. Just keep our eyes peeled for that artillery. There's... okay, those are probably friendly because there's ground fire coming up. Alright, I guess we can shoot at that.
Bellingham, this is Tally-Ho leader, landed. Over.
Tally-Ho.
Don't know if that's our
Tally-Ho
target area or not.
Roger.
That's what I'm going for. Throttle down a little. And we are going to shoot at those guys right there. Holy cow. It's a lot of ground fire coming up. Turn my camera on this time. Oh, there's a bunch of guns here. This must be the position. This must be it. Alright, let's get on to target here. Steady, steady, steady. See the, wait till you see the whites of their beady little eyes. Oh, he's shooting. He's shooting. Rockets away. I wasn't steady. Overshot him. Overshot him. Stay low and still overshot him even with the... I mean, I overshot him now instead of undershot. So I need to go up just about 2 degrees. Still have one set of rockets. Alright, let's see if I can come back around and do better. That was terrible. Okay. They're dragging that flak, so I might as well pull hard and see if we can hit these guys. I don't want to pull right back into the position that they're firing, if possible. Oh, I did get one. Nice. Okay. Steady, steady, steady. Rockets away. That looks good.
Charlie 2, target destroyed.
That looks good. Stay down low, though. Okay. I think that was good. I don't see any guys shooting, so it's good. I'm gonna go ahead and dial my guns back. 0. Alright, so 2 degrees, not 2.5 degrees. Okay. I guess it all really depends on your distance from the target. Just taking a look around, make sure I don't have any tails or anything. Alright, let's see if I can hit this other gun. Just want to clear the AA as much as possible first. Okay, where's that? There he is. Whoa, he's shooting at me too. Okay. Well, that's less than ideal. Less than ideal for sure. 2 of them are shooting at me. I may have to break off. Yeah, take some of that. That had to scare the crew off. That's it. We're passing right over this other gun, which is unfortunate. Stay calm. Don't die. Alright, somebody else is striking. Good. I'm gonna come around from this other direction.
Charlie, 3. Target destroyed.
Well,
Angel 3, target destroyed.
I've got credit for 2 guns, so. Oh, they're shooting. Okay. Hear other engines that sounds like typhoons. Yeah, there they are. Alright.
Turkey, patrol for ground targets on your own. Out.
Let's go for this guy. Last man standing. Got him. And I got one of the artilleries. Good. Fantastic. Beautiful sight. Just make sure we're not getting shot at here. And I can turn around, making my next
Patrol
run.
for ground targets on your own. Out.
Lots of guns. Lots of guns. Look at these big boys. Watch out for those trees. Ah, missed him. I probably decrewed him, but that wasn't a kill, so I need to line up this direction.
Turkey, 3, I'm wounded.
33 got wounded. No. Oh, they collided with somebody. Very easy to do with all this traffic. Very easy. Alright, I'm gonna climb a little so I get a little more. Oh, okay, watch out. Got some ground fire still from somewhere. Didn't see where it was, but okie dokie. Ah, still active down here, are you? Okay. These three are active still. Let's see if I can pop them. That's decrewed. And that's dead. Alright. Good.
Overlord, this is Turkey 2, proceeding to base.
Okay.
Over.
Turkey, copy.
There's another Tempest making his run. I'm gonna go high.
Charlie, 4, target destroyed.
Baffin 2, target destroyed.
Good job, boys.
Baffin 2, target destroyed.
Good work. We're taking out the main targets. I did most of the black, so we're all working together. Let's see what we got left.
Overlord, this is Turkey
Plenty of targets
2,
left.
flight
Holy
requesting
cow.
landing approach.
There's a whole other set of guns over here.
Proceed.
Turkey 2, roger.
Got him. Got him. Nice. What we got left over here? It's got several guns over there. Okay. And I think we still got some guns behind, underneath us there. They're making big boom.
Charlie, working on my own. Flight to continue with the mission. Out.
Alright, I'm going to kind of follow behind this guy.
Angel, rejoin formation and continue with the mission.
What's this? He just shot all his rockets. Task completed. Hardly. There are still tons of guns out there. Look at all these freaking typhoons in the air. Crazy. Lucky we don't run into somebody here.
Turkey 2, flight requesting landing approach. Over.
Turkey, proceed.
Turkey 2,
Alright. See if I
roger.
can pop these guys. I'm way too far there. Pew! Nice. I'm not gonna run yet. We still got lots of ammo and there's still lots of targets. I'm gonna swing around this way. And we're gonna come in along that tree line there.
Turkey 4, target destroyed.
Good job, boys.
Baffin 4, target destroyed.
Let's see if we can hit these guys on that tree line right over there. I'll line up correctly. We get all of them at once. If I don't get in the flat line of this other group here. Which I seem to be doing. Ooh. Sorry, boys. Okay. Here we go. Didn't quite make it. Didn't quite make the whole line here, but that's okay. We can get what we get and don't throw a fit.
Baffin 2, Target destroyed.
Turkey 4, target destroyed.
Yeah, that was too. Oh my god, I scared some squirrels there. Scared myself. That was too close. That was too close. He didn't even get very many guns on that run. Alright, we really need the egress probably. We're just getting in the way of this other operation. I'm gonna build up some airspeed too. I'm kind of slow. Alright. I'm gonna swing back around one more time. Right along that line of guns right there. I think there's still a couple. Yeah.
Turkey, rejoin formation and continue with the mission. Out.
I'm not doing very good shooting today. Alright, I guess we'll head out. We did pretty good work. We need to go to 345.
Holyborn, this is flight. Charlie.
Ooh, someone shooting at us.
Approach. Over. Charlie, proceed. Charlie, roger. Break off and land individually. Baffin, rejoin formation. Continue with the mission.
Okay.
Out.
Well, we're gonna go land, I guess. And see you guys back on the airfield. I think I just saw gunfire down here below me. I just realized that I had not shot all my rockets. Earlier. I left one. Okay, let's go ahead and kill throttle. Start slowing down a little bit. We're coming in to Calais. Right here. Turn my lights on. I'm not gonna be slow enough to land, I don't think. Is that Carpet Way? Yeah, that's Carpet Way. We're going up to Calais here.
This is flight. Angel.
There's
Requesting
Camille.
landing
Okay.
approach. Over.
We're going to
Angel,
slow down a little bit.
proceed.
It'll give me the clearance to go ahead and proceed for my landing. I'm going to go ahead and go 20 degrees flap.
This is flight. Acorn, airborne. Over.
Acorn.
Get
proceed
slowed
with
down.
your mission.
Holyborn, this is
There we go.
flight. Baffin, requesting landing approach. Over.
Alright. Full flap.
Proceed.
Landing gear down.
Acorn 2, airborne.
Chop throttle.
Holyborn, this is Angel 3, requesting landing clearance. Over.
Angel.
Maintain about
Panic.
120 here.
Negative. Runway is busy. Go
What?
around.
Angel 3, roger.
Oh, Angel 3.
Holyborn, this is Angel 4, requesting landing clearance. Over.
Charlie. Panic. Negative. Runway is busy. Go around.
Okay.
Angel 3, roger.
Angel
I'm going to try to keep the throttle on just a little more than usual.
Roger.
See if I can keep from ground looping here. Yeah, it's not good. Okay. Ooh, that was fast. That was terrible. Alright, let's give it a little throttle. Keep from ground lifting. There we go.
This is Angel, leader, landed. Over.
That was a terrible landing, but at least we didn't ground loop this time.
Angel, leader, roger.
At least we got on the ground. No problem. Let's just pull over here to the refueling area. Alright. Whew. And I forgot to turn my camera on. Did somebody bail out? Yeah, someone bailed out over the airfield. What happened? Did they run into somebody? I wouldn't doubt it with all the traffic. And I forgot to turn my camera on once again. But that's par for the course nowadays, for some reason. Okay, successful landing. That's all relative, right? I got 5 cannons and 5 AAA guns. We're gonna take a look at our flight. Here we did. We come down here. Oh, somebody got a bunch of stuff up here too. Spitfire went down. Typhoon went down. Yeah, we destroyed those artillery positions. Of course, there was still some left, but man, look at this. Typhoon's going down all the way back to the airfield. What the heck, dude? What the heck? Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure and hit that like button. And I will see you guys next time.